was your takeaway from the weekend? What kind of needs to jumpstart for you guys?
Yeah, I think just consistency throughout the game, not taking our foot off the pedal, and just doing the things that make us successful for a full 60 minutes.
With you guys, a bit surprised that Zach's got 26 goals.
No, not really. Honestly, I think he's a guy that lives at the net. He's one of the hardest working guys I've ever played with, and playing with a pretty good player there too, which helps. But obviously, just his ability to get open, to work and battle in front of the net, and capitalize on those opportunities. So.
What was that matchup against McKinnon like? Sheldon mentioned it's like a different level when they're on the ice with McCarr and Taves. Like, what did it look like to you?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously an elite player. A lot of elite players on that team, on that line, including the back end. So, obviously, they can snap it around really good if you give them time and space to, and can make plays that can obviously hurt you and end up in the back of your net. So, just trying to limit those and be above them as much as possible with their speed coming through the middle, and check well.
Do they attack any different than the McDavid line that you'll face tonight, you find?
I mean, maybe a little bit, but in the end, I mean, they're coming at you with a lot of speed, and they're trying to attack, which is why they're very successful. So, in the end, I think it's just knowing who you're out there against, and trying to manage that and be above guys, and in the D zone communicating with our guys and making sure that with the way they play and the amount of speed that they generate, and kind of just getting all over the ice and getting open and stuff, just making sure guys are on other guys.
Auston, I apologize if you've already answered this, but can the start of a road trip present an opportunity to hit the reset button for you guys as a group coming off last week?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we just look back to about a week and a half ago going out to California and playing 3 really solid games out there and just kind of getting squared away. So obviously, with the way this week's went, obviously we'd like it to be different than it went, but it's in the past now, and we got a new challenge ahead of us here tonight and throughout this road trip. It's not an easy one, so obviously you want to get off to a good start tonight.
What are your thoughts on that new format, skills format at the All-Star game? Looking forward to it?
Yeah, I think it's cool. I mean, it's obviously different. I think the one that's been kind of predominantly going on maybe got a little bit stale, so it's never a bad thing to switch it up.
And it's supposed to be for fun, but there's some money on the line. You guys take it more seriously. That's
Sure.
You only get these guys twice now that the North Division is done. What does this type of game mean to you?
I mean, it's just 2 points on the line, obviously, and I mean, I think you guys could probably play it up a lot more than than what it really means. It's obviously we're going against a good team with some really good players on their team, and they're playing very well right now, and we're trying to get back on track as a team. So that's really the main focus.
Thank you.
Well, obviously, when you talk about this team and the 2 guys at the head of the snake with Connor and Leon, and obviously getting contributions from many guys having good seasons, and obviously feeling good about their game and rolling strong. So, obviously really difficult to shut them down completely, but really have to make them earn their ice, earn their opportunities, and obviously our team game has to be really strong.
Where are you at with your games? You've won a few games now off the score sheet.
Yeah, it's sometimes maybe pucks aren't bouncing your way or going in at the rate you'd like. I think overall big picture, there's a lot of good things to my game. I think if you do have an off night, just refocusing and getting back at it and what's brought you success, but continue to be relied upon in all areas of the game and influence the game in the right way for our group. So especially as the captain, you want to set that standard and understand the details that have to be there. So just continue to do good things and have a good process, and over time things will start to turn your way.
What do you guys need to do in terms of locking down leads when you get them?
Well, I think we got to obviously continue to do a good job or a better job on special teams, and when that's called upon, and being disciplined as well, and trying to be on the right side of that of just earning more opportunities than we're giving up, and when it's called upon, the power play or the penalty kill to do their job and gain momentum, and obviously keep the puck out of our net and put the puck in the net. So that's a key area, and then obviously just managing the game and trying to connect all 4 lines and 3 sets of D, and being able to play on our opponent's half of the ice and really have to make them work to try to gain territory, and then obviously protecting the middle of the rink and the front of our net really well. So chances are far few in between.
When your ice time gets scaled back, as was the case in the third period on Saturday, that doesn't, often happen to you. Just how do you process that? Does it get you fired up? Does it, how would you describe what the impact it has on you?
Yeah, I think, when you're in the moment in a game, you're just trying to be ready for that next opportunity and that next shift and going out there and executing. So trying to put whatever's happened in the game behind you and just being ready to go out there and do what's needed for when your name's called upon. You control what you can control and, be ready to go out there and execute. And in a situation like that, also just trying to be external as well and encouraging your teammates and supportive. And like I said, making sure you're ready for your name's called.
What is the most to you about Pontus and his promotion up the lineup here a little bit?
Well, I don't think he's tried to change a whole lot. I think we've always admired him for his skill set. Very competitive, very strong on the puck. He's got great awareness, makes really good plays. So he's just kind of continued along, not trying to do too much and play his game, and obviously gotten rewarded, and it's great to see.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
So Sheldon, what do you see on the other side tonight? Oilers team obviously feeling it right now.
Yeah, they're playing very well. Obviously, well aware of their elite players, so lots of reasons why you need to be at your best.
What do you want your top guys to remember and maybe take away from the Colorado matchup that can fuel them or help them here tonight?
Just making sure that where you need to be when it's time to defend and check, but also just how much harder the puck is to come by and how much you need to value it when you do get a chance to get it. That's really it. I do think coming off that Colorado game, it helps us for this one here in terms of the preparation. Different teams and such, but there's certainly similarities there in terms of effectiveness on special teams and then with elite caliber players. So. Yeah, they got lots of confidence. They've put together a nice couple months here, and we're going to have to be at our best. And in these situations in the past, we have been. So I look forward to competing tonight.
What does it mean to have Joe Wall on the trip?
It just means he's one step further. He's not going to be playing on this trip. I don't even expect to see him in practices on this trip. So he's just here just to continue to work with Curtis and be around the guys.
How would you assess Bertuzzi's game lately?
I think, I would say inconsistent. I would say, for me, it's taken him a while to get going in each game that we've played here of late. I think when the game gets going, he's in it. He's competitive at times. The game gets away from him a little bit early, but to me, Bert has played good hockey for us here for a good stretch of time now, and it seems the harder, more competitive, and more important the game is, the better we get from him. The game in Colorado is a bit of an exception there, but he has played very good for us. So. He's an important guy.
Is there something more you want to see from Matt Nice as he moves up and down the lineup?
Not necessarily. I think it's just we're seeing a young player that's adjusting to the league. He's been playing a lot with Matthews on the top line, which comes with it. The top matchups, the top D pairs. It's challenging, and we've talked about this throughout the season. You're still adjusting to the pace of the league. I don't know where exactly he's at, but he's probably already here at the midway point for us. He's probably already played as many or more games than you're going to play in a college season. There's a lot of things that are happening for a young guy. So sometimes just taking a step back, can help him. I look back to he was sick at one time not too long ago and came back from that and was probably ready to play, but I just felt giving him an extra day could help him. And then he came back, after just missing one game extra from being sick, was shot out of a cannon when we played. I think it was Pittsburgh after that, and it just shows at times with a young guy, if you take a step backwards, it can help him just manage everything that comes with being a first-year NHL player, first-year pro.
College, they practice all the time and only play on the weekends. In the NHL, you play all the time and you hardly practice. Is that difficult for a player coming from college?
Yeah, I think so, for sure. European players maybe not as much, but similar. American League players in some cases, they play a lot of games, but you're playing on weekends and lots of practice time, lots of time to refine your game, lots of time to adjust your game or work at something that you might be struggling with. The NHL, the pace of it doesn't allow for much of that. You've got to be mentally tough. You've got to adjust through video. You've got to manage to take care of your body. These are all things that players have to go through. Most of them will go through that in the American League. A player of Nye's ability, warrants him to be in the NHL, but it doesn't mean he's still not a young developing guy.
Are you surprised that Hyman can score 26 goals halfway through the season?
I mean, Hyman's, he's always had good touch around the net. He knows how to get to the right spots, and he's playing with the right guy to get the puck right where he needs it. So, in that sense, I'm not surprised. But then he's a relentless player. So, when he gets confident and all of that, he's going to be dangerous.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thank you.